Hi guys, it's Miss Rubio. I'm back with your guided reading book for this week. This week we're going to be focusing on cause and effect. But before we go into cause and effect, I do want to take a quick look at our book and do a quick book walk. Our book for this week is titled Flight of the Polar Bear. Okay, looking at the cover and the title, my predictions of this book is that it's going to be about a polar bear. It's actually going to be about the bad situations of polar bears. Flight means it's a situation that is not a great situation to be in, right? Like a great place to be in, like the troubles and tribulations that polar bears go through or are facing. So that's what this book is going to be about. So let's take a quick look at the inside of the cover and our table of contents to get a better idea of what our book is going to go into details about. Here we have a photograph. Okay, so as we've been talking about throughout all of guided reading for the past 3 or 4 weeks, we learned that nonfiction texts have photographs, right? Nonfiction texts give information about certain things. Okay, so I believe that this is going to be giving us information about polar bears that are not in good situations. So as you can see in this photograph, you have a polar bear standing on a piece of ice. He kind of looks trapped to me. That's what it looks like to me. It kind of looks trapped. We don't have a caption to tell us, but that's the prediction I'm making, or that's the inference I'm making, right? The inference, we use our background, our text evidence, and our background knowledge. If I was stuck in the middle of a thing, I'd be, oh my god, I'm trapped. Okay, let's look at the table of contents. Alright, so here we have our table of contents. On the table of contents, it seems to be, at the top it has a map. So it's showing you where on the globe, so this right here is the globe, it's showing you where on the globe the polar bears live. And the reason why I'm concluding that is because here on the caption it says polar bear habitat. A habitat is a place that the polar bears live. That's their environment. Okay, so here we have an idea of where the polar bears live. Okay, we're starting off with our table of contents. What is this? And I can be able to tell what this book is going to be about by reading the table of contents and getting an idea of the things it's going to share with me. So we're starting off with the introduction, which I'll probably read to you guys today. Then we're going into tundra, winter versus summer, built to survive, shrinking ice. That actually kind of brings me back to this picture back here, shrinking ice. Other problems, conclusion, and glossary. Okay? So let's start off with the introduction. I do want to let you know that in this book there are quite a few challenging words. Okay? I'm going to read the introduction, this one page to you. Then we're going to go over our skill for the week. Then I'm going to go over some words that can be challenging that you may come across as you're reading your assigned pages. And then I'll let you go ahead and start reading. Okay? So let's first look at this. So here we have, again, another photograph. And the caption down here says, the tundra during winter. Okay, so this is showing us the tundra during winter. But then it kind of gives me more detail. It says, word wise. The word tundra comes from a language spoken by several thousand native peoples in the northernmost regions of Europe. It means treeless plain. So as you can see, are there any trees here? Nope. It's a treeless plain. That's what a tundra is. I'm glad that the author included this because I was kind of clueless as to what tundra meant. So thank you. Alright, introduction. Venture into the vast snow-covered winter tundra of the northern Arctic and you will be surprised by the apparent absence of life. Okay, absence. That means nothing is there. So what that is saying is we're going to be surprised that there's hardly any living animals or living things living here on this tundra of the northern Arctic. Okay, I wonder why. This region is a harsh, unfriendly place for most living things. Harsh, unfriendly. I wouldn't want to live there, so I can understand that. But one living thing has managed to thrive in the tundra. that is, until now. Okay. Ooh, I love this introduction. It's making me want to keep reading, but I can't. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that this area has very little things living on it. Okay, I know that polar bears live on there. This kind of goes back into my lesson from last week. Now, it doesn't say polar bears live there, but I'm making that inference because of the cover page, the inside of the cover page, the table of contents, and I'm using my background knowledge. I know that polar bears live in the cold weather, right? In cold weather. So it says, but one living thing has managed to thrive. So what that means is they managed to be able to live there. But that is until now. So I think it's going to go over all the problems that these polar bears face. Okay? It's always important to keep in mind all the lessons that we've learned throughout all of the guided reading videos and to apply them to all the guided reading books that we do. Just because you don't have an assignment over inferencing or main idea or summary does not mean you don't have to be using those skills or practicing those skills on your own. Okay? This week's focus is actually going to be over cause and effect. We're going to be talking about events that have causes and effects. Okay, and I'm kind of going to dive into that to let you know what that means. Okay, so going into cause and effect, the cause is the why something happened. That's the cause. That's the reason why. Okay, so every time you think of cause, I want you to think of why. I want you to think of the reasons something happened. The reason something happened. Okay, now effect is what happened because of the cause. Okay, so the result that happened. The result that happened. So cause is the why, the reasons, and the effect is the what, the result. Okay, so and then here I have an example for you. It says it rained. Okay, that was the why, the reason something happened. It rained. Okay, what happened because it rained? Well, because it rained, a rainbow appeared. Now I want you to keep in mind, sometimes a cause can have multiple effects, just like this one, right? We can actually even add more to this one too if we wanted to. So we can say, because it rained, a rainbow appeared. Because it rained, the boy had to wear a raincoat. Because it rained, the baseball game was canceled. Because it rained, we couldn't go outside to play for recess. So there's many effects because it rained, right? So that's something to keep in mind. An effect can be more than one, definitely. You can have more than one effect, okay? What helps with cause and effect, because it can get confusing, sometimes I get the effect and the cause confused, what helps me is remembering the stem down here. The stem says, because it rained, so it has the cause. This is how I remember it. The word because, there's cause in it. I don't know if you see that. Because it rained, comma, and then you have your effect right after. So that usually helps me remember the cause and the effect, which we will be looking at some examples today. Okay, so let's look at our first example for today to kind of understand what cause and effect is. So I have this statement here. It says, I hit a ball through a window. Okay, now I'm going to write down some causes. Okay, and then I'm going to write down some effects. So let's think about that. Okay, so let's think of some causes. So if you hit a ball through a window, what are some things that could cause that? Well, those are the things that I wrote. The things that could cause that could be that I swung the ball too late, right, and hit the window. I was playing too close to the window. Those can all be different causes. Okay, now what can it be an effect? So this is the why. Why did this appear happen? Okay, again, the cause is the why. Why did that happen? I'm going to write that. Why. Okay, the why. The cause is why did this happen? Right here. Well, it could be because of this, and it could be because of this. Okay, well then what happened because of this? So let's go write that down. Okay, so I have the why. So I hit a ball through a window. Okay, well why? What happened? What caused that to happen? I swung the ball too late. I was playing too close to the window. Okay, well what effect did it have? So what ended up happening? What was the result? Okay, oh, I might have to say sorry, or I might have to fix or pay for the window, right? And so this is what cause and effect looks like, and how to write and find the different types of causes and effects. Okay, so you can say, I hit the ball through the window. Because I swung the ball too late, I have to say sorry. Do you see how that can be a sentence that helps? Okay, I'll put this on one of your assignments, so you can always look back to this to refer. Okay, because that's going to be our main focus for this week. Okay, today what you're going to do is you're going to try to look for those different types of causes and effects in your assigned reading for today. But before we go into that, you don't have to write anything or complete an assignment. All you have to do today is read. You're going to actually read pages 5 through 7. Let's take a look at those pages to kind of see some words that I feel like you're going to find a little bit challenging, because I found them challenging. So let's take a quick look at that. Okay, you're going to read the section titled Tundra, Winter versus Summer. Okay, so just to kind of make a prediction of what this section is going to be about, I feel like they're going to compare the difference between the winter in the tundra and summer in the tundra. Okay, and kind of like the pros and cons, the great things and the not so great things about both. Okay, so so just to kind of get you excited for that, because I'm pretty excited to read it. But to kind of go over some words, I want to look at this very first word on page 5. It says permanently. Okay, so you have permanently. Did y'all see how that's broken down? You have hold on. Let's see if I can do this on here. And then ly. Oops. Permanently. Okay. That means that it's something that, oh my gosh, I'm just going to leave it. That means that permanently means so it says the soil just below the surface remains permanently frozen. So it stays frozen. Something's permanent, it stays that way for a very long time. It doesn't ever come off throughout the year. Okay, so it means that the remains frozen throughout the year forever. Okay, let's look at a couple other words. Okay, the next word is lichen. Okay, that's just a different type of organism. So if you can kind of tell, if you read the sentence, it says the snow has a chance to melt, and low-growing plants such as moss, lichens, grass, and small shrubs grow. And so it just talks about a different type of organism that lives within the tundra. Okay, the next word I want to look at is abundance. Okay, so I'm going to read it in the sentence. The abundance of insects attract huge numbers of birds that migrate to the tundra and make it their summer home. Okay, abundance means a lot. Okay, it means a great number of. So it says a great number of insects attracts huge number of birds. So that's what that word is. Okay, let's look at some words back here. Okay, here in the very first word we have is inhabitant. So here it breaks it down. You see the first, I'm going to try my pen really quick, one more time. Here we have inhabit, or you can even say inhabitant, but I would say inhabitant. So inhabitant is just someone who lives within that habitat. Okay, so here they're talking about the polar bears. Okay, the next word that I have is magnificent. So it says, one of the Earth's most magnificent creatures, the polar bear. Okay. Okay, so that just means, something great, a great creature. Okay. And the last one I have is inhospitable. So again, if you look at it, it's hospitable. Okay. Inhospitable means that it's not affecting the area correctly. Okay, so meaning that the polar bears aren't being able to live in this area greatly. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to give you your assignment. So today I would like you to please read pages 5 through 7 and kind of think of those different types of causes and effects that we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye!